Hi everyone, welcome to Great Glen Yoga. My name's Rachel and today I'm going to take you through a really soothing, lovely practice to get us ready for bedtime. So I think Yin Yoga is wonderful practice later in the evening, just as you're ready to wind down and get ready for bed. Just that kind of inbuilt relaxation and stress relief that it gives you is absolutely fantastic before bedtime. So I'm going to take you through some of my favourite bedtime Yin Yoga poses. And what's great about this practice as well is that you could actually do it in your bed if you want to. So you could be kind of getting ready for bed, getting yourself all sorted, and then this could be the last thing you do before you go to sleep. So most of the poses that we're going to do, we're going to be reclined, we're going to be down on our backs, but we're just going to start off a little bit with a couple of forward folds in a seated position, and then we'll move down onto our backs. So absolutely, if you want to do this in bed, do that. Have your covers, your pillows, all of those things around you, and you can use those things as props as well. If you're going to be doing it on your mat, again, kind of have some props around. You might want to use them just to kind of recreate that lovely cozy feeling of just getting into bed. So we're going to start off with an easy forward fold. So the way we're going to begin this is by having our shins kind of parallel to each other. So if you bring your right shin in front of your left, and then kind of settle the hips down nice and comfortably. If you find that, you're a little bit kind of knees up, that's not a problem. And if you want to, you can pop, a couple of blocks under the knees just to help that feel that little bit more comfortable for you. But just get into that nice, easy position with the shins right in front of left. And then we're going to just take a couple of cleansing breaths here, just to get ourselves grounded and situated for this practice. Just really starting to wind down now. Really, as much as we can in Yin Yoga, we're focusing in on the body, we're focusing in on the sensation. So we're trying to push all that other stuff out of the mind. And that's not always easy. But I think if there's one pose, one practice, this one before bedtime is the one to really try and get all that other stuff to just pipe down, to just stop for the day. You're ready to relax, you're ready to rest. And then we're just going to start to gently ease ourselves forward. So just coming over those legs, onto the forearms, letting the head dangle down. If you want to, you can rest on a block. If your head comes down far enough to rest on the palms, that can be a nice thing to do. And just really feeling that lovely stretch in the right hip, right glute area, grounding the sit bones into the floor. Just ease up out of this fold, taking yourself back up to the seated position. We're going to switch the legs around. We're going to do the fold again. So this time taking the left shin in front of the right. Again, just take a second just to get yourself grounded in this spot. Feeling nice and relaxed. Just do a little bit of kind of nice little neck stretches here. Just releasing any tension. And then when you're ready, start to come forward again. Just forward onto the palms as before. press back up into a seated position. So forward folds are really nurturing. So it's really nice to have a couple of those as part of this practice, just to start to get ourselves in the right headspace for resting and going off to sleep. So definitely worth always having a couple of forward folds in a bedtime routine. So we're now going to come down onto our backs, which is where the rest of this class will take place. So just spinning around and easing down onto the back. And just keep your feet flat on the mat to begin with. Hands just resting on the belly, just relaxing here. You know, if you're on your bed, just really allowing the body to relax into the mattress, into the covers. Just releasing everything of the day. And we're going to start by coming into a figure 4 pose, or reclined swan, various different reclined pigeon, different ways of terming this. So we're going to begin by just popping the left foot over the top of the right knee, and then we're going to bring that right knee closer to us. And you can do that in one of two ways. You can grasp just behind the right thigh. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can grasp the front of the right shin. And this will bring those legs in towards you. You'll get a lovely stretch along the left hip, left glute, left thigh. Really lovely sensation. A little bit of arm strength needed just to hang on to that leg, but you know, try and keep those shoulders relaxed against the mat as much as you can. I've got quite short arms, so my shoulders tend to lift slightly in poses like this, but try and keep them as relaxed as possible, at least while you're in this pose. The arms are just there to kind of guide and assist. Nice, deep, steady breathing. Just letting it all go. Gently release the right foot to the floor. Pop the left foot back down to meet it, and we'll come across and do that pose on the second side. So always moving nice and slowly in this particular practice. We're winding down, we're taking it easy. So gently taking the right foot onto the left knee, and again bringing the legs in towards us. So that can be clasping behind the left thigh or clasping behind the left shin, whichever feels best for you. And trying as much as you can to push the knee of the leg you're bringing in close. So this knee, the right on this particular occasion, just keeping that pressed away from the body. Trying to open that up as much as possible so we're getting that good stretch in the hip and in the glute. Starting to yawn already. This must be working. We'll gently release the left foot down to the ground, right foot down to meet it. And let's just bring both knees in towards the chest here just for a second. Just rock side to side. Just massaging the back against the ground or against the bed, wherever you are. And we're going to come into a reclined butterfly pose now. So just lying on your back, bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, just in that butterfly shape. If you feel that it's a bit intense, just having the legs, the knees just acting with gravity on them, you can pop some blocks or pillows just under the knees just to make it a little more comfortable. And then if you'd like to, you can also raise the arms just above the head, snuggle in the shoulders underneath you. And again, this is a pose I find really nurturing, really enjoyable just before sleeping. Let's just ease the hands back down by our sides, lifting the knees back up. And we're going to come into happy baby now. So we're going to bring the knees into the chest, take the hands, grasp the outside of our 2 feet and bring the knees and the feet out into this you want your sort of feet, knees in parallel to each other, soles of the feet shining up towards the ceiling. Hands just again, a little bit of arm strength here just to encourage the legs to stay in this position. Knees at a really nice right angle and just opening into this lovely stretch. And if it feels too intense to do both legs at once, you can always just do one, bringing the other foot down, sole flat to the mat, and just concentrating on one leg and then the other. It's entirely up to you. Or if you'd like to do both at once, like I am, then that's great too. Whatever works. This is all about finding what feels best for you, particularly in a practice like this where we're all about relaxation, nourishment, getting ourselves ready for rest. Coming out of this pose, just bringing the legs back in towards the center. You can just hug them to the chest again one more time. A little bit of a rock, a little bit of a massage. And then I don't know about you, but I'm probably ready for a nap. So we're going to come into Shavasana. And you can, if you like, just kind of use Shavasana as that kind of route into sleep. So if you were doing all of this in bed, but you were on top of the covers for your Shavasana, get under the covers, get yourself resting and relaxed, ready for sleep. Legs out in front, shoulders cuddled underneath you, palms facing the sky. Feel the effects of that practice on your whole body. We've worked into a lot of the connective tissue there in quite a short period of time, but with an emphasis really on nurturing and soothing the body. So hopefully that feels really restful and you're ready to have a really good night's sleep. So thanks so much for joining me for this bedtime practice, and I hope to see you again on the mat sometime soon. Thank you.